Okay, well, hopefully I'll be finishing part 2 of Somewhere Only We Know, completing it. Except I left off on the 22-minute mark last video. But yeah, just to let you know, I'm not really a strong reader. I guess I would say I'm a reader, that's pretty much it. So, I'll be kind of stuttering sometimes. I'll be like looking at a sentence and, like kind of repeating it or something like that. So, yeah, this is basically, just to help me learn to be a better reader by reading these fanfics. I don't really care if anyone watches the video or not. I'm just doing this for my self-need. Well, without further ado, anyways, I'm just gonna start reading now. Okay, Somewhere Only We Know, Part 2. Despite almost being accidentally kicked in the shin, not her fault, he snuck up on her like that. She was happy for the water. It was late summer, and the heat in the city had been slowly building to a broil, and the clouds making everything humid weren't helping. A nice watering was just the thing she needed to be refreshed. Now, if only she had a snack to go with it. Like a nice serving of oatmeal or apples. Thinking of apples was messing with her mind. She could have sworn she smelled apples, a lot of apples, almost as if they were right next to her. Dash turned her head, left to see an apple cart sitting right next to her, and rolled her eyes. Stupid blinders, how did she manage to miss an entire cart of 2 ponies sitting right next to each other? They must have pulled up next to us when she was busy watching traffic. Looking more closely at the pair of ponies, she began to understand why she hadn't heard them. The gelding was peacefully asleep on his feet, and his partner, the mare, looked ready for a nap herself. Steam from their sweaty coats drifted lazily about them like a fog. The size difference between them was ridiculous. The gelding was several times bigger and bulkier. Maybe he was really a horse instead of a pony, while the mare in the shadow was not only dwarfed by his height, but almost looked dead on her feet. Dash tilted her head and blinked at them sympathetically. Whoever owned them drove them hard. The mare was probably Dash's age, but looked at least twice that. Her dull coat was filthy and hung from her scrawny frame, as if someone had spread a tarp over her skeleton. And all along her back and legs ran an ugly network of shiny scars. A similar pattern can be found down near the mare's soft belly, and these were still a dull red, not fully healed yet. The tired mare shifted on her cracked hooves and almost stumbled for a moment, but her legs lost my place. For a moment, her legs began to violently shake. Yeah. Thankfully, stopping, she'd probably have been through a lot of owners. On her haunch, Dash could see several brands of overlapping, and the one at the very bottom looked kind of like Dash's. Dash nervously fidgeting on her 3 good legs. No, there was no way. No way this pony was the same. The mare Dash knew was full of spunk and vigor. The only pony in miles that could keep up with Dash at full gallop. This couldn't be her old rival. She had no stubborn determination or good-natured competitiveness in her eyes. But when the mare's ears perked up and turned to look at her, Dash could deny it no longer, without a doubt. This was her. Oh, Applejack. Dash nickered sadly to her. Nickered sadly to her. For a second, Applejack lost the dull sheen in her eyes, and she gave a little toss of her head, quietly nickering back. She motioned down towards Dash's legs, to her foreleg with the ruined knee, and it was Applejack's turn to look sympathetic. For some reason, that just made everything both a lot better and a lot worse. More terrifying, more than anything else, why did I say terrifying? More than anything else, Dash's heart longed for a run at that moment, a real run, one without halters or bridles or riders or carriages or spurs or fences or saddles, a run unhindered by some stupid busted knee or cracked hooves, the way Gallop was supposed to be. With Dash and Applejack and Rarity and Twilight and all of the other mares still together in their paddock, just like they all did when they were fillies seasons and seasons ago. Dash wanted to do that so badly, but she couldn't. So instead, she pressed her nose against Applejack's neck. Aww. On the trip back home from the city, it started to rain. Finally, the air lost its claustrophobic heaviness. It made everything smell a bit fresher. The cool rain felt nice on Dash's coat, and the pitter-patter rhythms relaxed the old mare. It even made her forget how rainstorms made her arthritis act up. In the stable, her master gave her a pat on the back. Oh, neck, not back. On the neck for behaving today and rewarded her with a nice bucket of fresh oats. Dash wasn't very hungry though. She'd eat them later. For now, she was more interested in hunkering down for a nice, relaxing down here where it's nice and soft in the clouds. Okay, I think we're almost done. I turned over in my sleep and lazily hugged a soft section of I always have trouble with these cloud names. Cumulus to my body. Some pony below is calling out to me. I ignore it. Sleep is nice. 5 more minutes, Mom. But then I remember, today, I've got something to do. I open an eye, and the very first thing I notice is that the sky is gray. That just won't do. This Pegasus doesn't feel like gray skies today. Today, I've scheduled a nice sunny sky. I'm going to need it. I'm going to meet Applejack for a game of horseshoes. I fire a straight shot in the air and get some height, and then splay my wings in a lazy glide for a quick survey of the job. Nothing too hard. This sky will be clear in 10 seconds flat. Woo. I love my job. By Celestia, I really do. The gentle softness of clouds kiss my feathers, and there's a gentle little poof as one by one the clouds explode into little bits of water vapor. I fly down sideways, frontways, backwards. I do barrel rolls, a rash of rapid-fire dives, in out of cotton ball white Sirius. I rip through the soft, wet cumulonimbus and tear up soggy cirrostratus. In instant's wake, sunlight streams down all around me. A streak of rainbow slashes through through the sky in my wake. I take a moment to climb up and up and up above the clouds. I can see Canterlot way off in the distance. I'm going there later this year. I'm going to meet the Wonderbolts, and my skills are going to rock their world. But that's later. For now, I fold my wings and let myself fall into a dive. The wind screams in my ears, blood rushes through my veins. At the last minute, before the ground can come into view, I pull up and make a straight dash right through Ponyville. I'm going too fast to stop and see every pony, but as I cut through, I can hear them, and like the awesome friend that I am, I always answer, "Good morning, Rainbow Dash. Good morning, Fluttershy. Wait. Good morning, Rainbow Dash. Morning, Fluttershy. Morning, Twilight. My. Look at who's early for once. Haha, very funny, Rarity. Rainbow Dash, are you still coming to Bon's anniversary party this week? Do you feel any better this morning? You sure look better. Wouldn't miss it for the world, Pinky. You know I would never miss a party. And I feel awesome." And it's totally true, too. I usually feel pretty awesome because I am awesome. But today, I don't know. There's just something fantastic about today. I'm feeling so fantastic that I don't even notice the tangle of branches ahead. it's too late to pull up, and I go crashing into the bunch of oranges and reds and brown. There, right, crashing into a bunch of oranges and reds and browns, oranges and what? Crash into a bunch of oranges and reds and browns and oranges and reds until I finally crash into a barn. I guess she's crashing into fruits. Totally meant to do that. Sure you did, Applejack. Now I gotta do it with a southern accent. Sure you did, Applejack. Upside down face blinked at me. Half an apple still in her mouth. Sugar Cube, you ever noticed? Consider just walking in here just like a normal pony? Hello? I fly into my hooves and give my wings a good strong flap. Several leaves scatter down from a nearby apple tree. Pegasus pony here. I don't do walking. Well, let's hope, for your sake, your aim at tossing it is better than your... Damn it, hard to do. Southern accents. Well, let's hope, for your sake, your aim at tossing is better at your aim at flying. Well, she smirks. I'd hate to embarrass you. Yeah, right. I don't even dignify with that. Yeah, right. I don't even dignify that with a response. Instead, I let my horseshoe do this talking for me. After a second or two, I rear back, toss my head, and let the shoe fly. Ah, perfect shot! Woohoo! Applejack shoots me a playful grin. Not a bad pitch for a pony who works with her head in the clouds. It's been a while since me and Applejack hung out like this, one-on-one. Our schedules are usually too tangled. Applejack, she's almost always working the fields, or pulling harvest, or planting seeds, or trimming apple branches. I think Applejack works too hard. She should relax more. I know she says she loves a good day's work, but sometimes I swear that pony almost looks dead on her feet. But not today. This morning, Applejack has nothing to do except have fun, play games, and smile. We ought to do this more often. I hate to admit it, but this pony can actually give me a run for my money when it comes to athletics. Still, I'm not gonna let her beat me. It's impressive, but I never tell her that. Maybe I should someday. Today, I'm hanging out with my good buddy Applejack. Maybe later we'll meet up with Pinkie Pie and Rarity and Fluttershy and everybody else. We can make a day of it. Just hanging out and goofing off together. I've done a fantastic job clearing the sky. There is no gray here. Today, the sun is shining, and the sky is a perfect shade of blue. Whew. Well, that concludes the story. Somewhere on the Reno. I'm very sorry to anyone listening to this if my reading just, my reading's not good, so, I can't trust it enough. If anyone's listening, be soft on me, This is just basically for my sake, helping me read, so maybe, hopefully, if I do read more fanfics, I'll become a better reader, so, yeah, pretty much.